Hello there. It's your boy, H to the Z, back once again. And we're going to be doing another demo review. Panitom had a real good game on the Daji Game 1 versus the Kings in Leviathan's, I don't know, slightly surprising 2-0 victory over the Kings. I think I predicted the Kings 2-1 in this one. I think most people would have thought Kings on the form they were on would win this. Good skin choice, by the way, Panitom. Great stuff. But yeah, that's how quickly they're grouping up at the start, so I guess we'll pay attention from the start of the game. I'm sure nothing happens. Do I remember Variety hitting somebody? He does love hitting people. Maybe that was in game 2. You can see that there's a grouping here from the Kings to see if they can catch somebody out. Maybe they'd looked at some tapes before from Leviathans, and Leviathans have sort of marauded a little bit too far forward alone here and dropped a ward and could have been caught. That'll be their thinking here, is that they can catch somebody and get a free first blood, especially with the comp that they have. A lot of lockdown there with the Hu Huang can start his 2, Tara can start her 2, the Neja could ring toss or sash, and they just have a good overall chance of getting an early kill. They're doing this start where the supports beat each other up, the usual. We'll watch that instead of watching this just now. This is just good, clean fun, you know? Thank you, everybody, for enjoying that so much. I'm sure you thought it was fantastic. And Genetics just kind of stands there and doesn't do anything, and then he goes for a block here, which is kind of interesting. So he's trying to deny a melee, I think. I don't think he ends up managing to deny anything. So it really wasn't all that good. I think they got all the XP. So, yeah. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled demo review. But, yeah, why would we want to watch Panitom? He did red to speed to backs. Now he's hovering over the right-hand side, wants to make sure his team get the totem. Meanwhile, Zatman has to... As soon as we get away from there, huh? That was a good 2v2 in Joe as well. I remember it from the game. But yeah, this is, I guess, this is going to be a good display of why Daji is pretty much perma-banned in the SPL up to now. I think a big part of it is just how frustrating she is to draft against when she's picked up. I think on the whole as well, I think the Kings got fairly shit on in the drafting phase of this game and game 2 from what I remember. Like, I feel like... Oh, blink onto Panitom. He should live. Good beads. He'll be fine. That was a nice play by Twig looking for the aggression, but Twig did opt for the blink first item. And, you know, he goes for the early first blood there. I think this is a thing a lot of junglers have. They feel like if they don't get blink, they're just going to be they're going to have way too little impact. So most of them risk the blink rather than risk just not being able to do a whole lot through the whole early game. I guess Panitom's just corner watching here, trying to see if he can find Twig going a bit too aggressive in the jungle or something. Making sure that he can secure the blue. Oh, fuck that one up, didn't you? Didn't you, Panny? Oh, no. Not putting on a clinic so far, really. Check that we're recording. Hopefully we are. But yeah, I feel like, as I was saying, junglers... Yeah, they want to go blink and they want to get aggro, but Twig gets punished fairly handily for it in this game. I think he takes a few spills before 12. A couple, at least, of those to Daji ults. And I think Daji just... I think that the Kings just got kind of destroyed in this draft. I think it was first pick Vulcan by Shinto, and then Kings felt forced to grab the Neja in return to stop the other team having Neja plus Vulcan, I guess. And then this Daji comes through... Second, third pick. I feel like, surely, I don't know, Twig's admittedly not much of a Daji player. I think he might be, out of all the junglers in the league, is he maybe the worst Daji? I would say he's the one I would associate least with it. Which is not great considering it's pretty much perma-banned. So maybe, I don't know. I imagine that he plays it and can play it. But maybe wanted to pick the Neja above it, which, yeah, I think was a big mistake in their drafting phase here. But yeah. And also, I didn't like the Shibalenke pick particularly. I don't understand why... Have I got something? I feel like something's wrong on the wards. 1 second. Which button is it? Is it this? Oh god, that's not what we want. Oh, there's just no blue wards, I guess. That is what we want. We're on the right one, I think, in the first place. Hopefully you can't hear that loud car, or it's actually a motorbike, but I'm sure you can. Bloody bike. Just drinking a beer. Well, on a nice Monday evening. No pub quiz this week, so recording a video. I'm anticipating that I'll have to record another video this week. Maybe even 2 more videos this week, so... yeah. Gonna be a busy one, but I do have time. I won't be here for SPL this coming weekend for Saturday and Sunday. So, yeah. At least I can do is make some extra YouTube content. YouTube. People get angry. People don't get angry. They mock me for the way I say YouTube. You don't like the ch. It's just the way us Brits say it, I guess. Fairly quiet early game. 2 kills for genetics, 1 for twigs. And I was thinking at this point, I was like, oh, the Kings could run away with this. And it makes a lot of sense that they could run away with this, especially if they got ahead in duo. Like, where else are they really struggling in 2v2s? Nowhere, really. Yu Huang, Neja versus Daji Vulcan is closest, I guess. Or Cthulhu, Daji versus... Nah, I would say. Oh, fight on the right-hand side. Twig in trouble. Does all out, and look at that. The flick, the max range grab. First of many for Panitom. We'll see a few of those in this game. And then, I wasn't sure about this play, but I think it is worth it in the end. You'll see in a sec. He ints for that kill. And dies under the tower. But you look at what's going to happen to this wave, and you look at the farm that's up on the map. I think it's worth to trade your life for that. Because this wave should go under tower, no TP for variety, just used it. So a full wave dying to tower because of that, you know, 1-for-1 trade. We'll have a quick look in mid, see what's going on. Genetics looking for body blocks. He loves them walls. Build-wise, leveling-wise. Ooh, it is 3 points in the 2, 3 points in the 1, which is a little interesting. I don't know if Panitom... I'm not gonna go back, but I'm gonna assume he gets 3 points in the 2 to start off with, and then starts maxing the 1. So the 2 will just be there to make sure he can clear camps in 1 cast. And then starts maxing the 1 from there. So that he just has the better burst damage, you know, has the better ability for fighting. Sees Twig in the jungle. No longer so scared. Big damage. Trades are fine. Both will back on out. But yeah. I thought this was a really good game. Panitom went kind of like semi-unnoticed as well. I think people noticed that he was doing well. But like Shinto got a lot of the plaudits and a lot of the credit for this game from what I saw in the cast and stuff like that. But Panitom, I feel like, was the one who played really, really well here and controlled the game. Obviously, Shinto had a good game also. But a lot of what he did was just, you know, chuck his ult on top of a really good setup play from Panitom, which led to him getting 12 kills or something like that. You know how it is. Any wards here for net? Looks like it is warded out. Why are there 2 wards on the enemy purple? Panitom wants to go, can't though. No way. Big rotation's over. Surely this is a... We'll see. I don't know who wins this. I don't remember it. A very awkward one for Panitom, having to path out that way, but it looks like they're happy to just concede pressure and maybe look for a re-engage. Oh, and there's a Vulcan ult. See ya, Twig. No beads, no chance. I think he got walled off by Genetics there as well, and wasn't able to get out. I think Genetics maybe walled him off so he couldn't ult out, which is unfortunate. But yeah, nicely placed Vulcan ult. Panitom not really all that involved, but he was watching, waiting. Here he is watching, waiting again as Rongyu milks, trying to set up a bait maybe. Zantman comes in. They're just trying to, like, if they're waiting for an overcommit maybe onto Rongyu. But too savvy are the Kings. Kings not a team likely to overcommit on an engage much of the time. Anyway, let's fast forward a bit. Nothing much happening, but It went from 3-0 down to 4-3 up. Was it 4-0 down? I feel like it was... No, it wasn't 4-0 because they traded 1-for-1 in solo. So they were 3-0 down. 3-0 down to 4-3 down, rather. Fuck, I'm struggling today. I say this every day, I feel like. Who stole... Was that stolen? It was stolen by genetics, I think. You can tell if the score was stolen or not by the fact that the blue and the red and the green and the purple don't have the... And speed as well, don't have the little pip to indicate it's upgraded. Oh, they're there on the other side. There they are. So you can see Scorp was just done here by Twig & Co. And you can see these little white pips indicate the buffs are upgraded. That's how you can tell whether it was stolen or not. You also can generally see the little puff of red or blue smoke. Indicates who got it. Netroid going to step up to FG. Panitom goes to zone straight away. Should force the dash out. I think Netroid plays this really well from what I remember. He just ults. And Panitom, again, the max range flick ults are on point. Gets him a kill. I honestly feel like Panitom's Daji ults go further than mine. I don't know what it is, but I swear, if a Neja ulted away from me, if a Shivalanke full length dashed away from me, I would never be able to catch them. And that's not just because I'm less skilled than him. I think there's something going on. No, not really. He is just better than me. But it feels to me like his ults are going further, you know? A little fast forward. I think this game runs about 30 minutes from what I remember, but it might go a bit longer. We'll see. Build-wise, pretty standard. Jotun's Hydra's gonna probably go into a Brawlers next, if I had to guess. Terra, Neja, Q Huang might get a Soul Gem. There's some health chalices. There's a Xing Chen who's gonna be doing some healing. Chibalanke will have some lifesteal. Plenty of value to be had from a Brawlers. Like in every game at the moment, I feel like people are a lot better than they used to be for building anti-heal. Maybe it's because items like Brawlers and Divine are just good right now. But even NA mid laners will build Divine, which they didn't used to. Even in the most like Paul was a strange one. Paul would decide. Some days he was feeling it. Some days it was like he was playing versus Hell, Sylvanas, I don't know, Hell, Sylvanas, Guan Yu, and he's like, nah, I need Deso here. But some days he would be keen for it. Nothing really going on here. We'll see if the fight develops. Oh. Another max range flick onto the cap. The cap comes down. And the smack comes down from Shinto. 3 out for Panitom, not quite there. And will still be surely a winning fight. It's 1-for-1 jungler for jungler, actually. You would expect more out of that, seeing as they got kind of like the free pick onto Twig. I think Panitom maybe came down on the Paula wrong there. Should have opted to straight disengage instead of going north. But yeah. Netroid goes on to Zapman, maybe trying to bait a fight. Nothing will happen over there. Feels like Zap's starting to hit form as well now, you know? We're getting to that time of year. He was saying in his pre-game interview for this set that he'd stopped trolling in scrims. They're really getting there. Was it his pre-game or was it his post-game? I feel like he did the pre-game and Haddix did the post-game, maybe? And Haddix starting to settle in as well. Why are we still watching... What am I doing? Sorry. Just watching Shinto. I just got lost in his eyes, okay? Nothing much going on. Ulting out. 3ing out, rather. Daji 3 is a cool ability, huh? I really like the fact that you can... if you don't play much Daji, maybe you don't do this often, but you'll see Panitom changes the way he's facing when he 3s. Because if you land on the side of the thing you 3... the opposite side to what you're facing. So if you land on somebody and you're facing south, you'll land on the north side of them, if that makes sense. I hope that description isn't too batshit for people to understand, but you'll get, if you just watch what Panitom does with his camera when he 3s people and where he ends up on them when he 3s, you'll understand, hopefully. Oh, and he got his 3 cancelled there by the leap by Variety. He got untargetable? What the hell was that noise? Who was speaking? Was that this? Was that the CERN? Is that this CERN skin's low HP voice line? I have no idea what he said. Anyway. Backstop by genetics. Panitom's pissed. So is wrong you. He's a bear. Shinto killed Twig. Was that a 1v2? Oh no. Hang on. We gotta action replay that. Oh god, I'm gonna miss it. So Twig's doing this. Oh no. Oh dear. That's not great, right? I remember seeing that in the game, and I didn't really see what happened. Yeah, they just didn't have any vision around. And there's this blue ward north side of the pyro. But yeah. Dying. It's an oopsie by Twig and Big Man. Twig, fourth death of the game. Does have the beads now, but they are currently down. I wanted to look at the leveling as it went on, and I didn't do it, did I? Sorry. But you can see something at least a little bit interesting. No points being put into the ult. Just starting with keeping that rank 1 from level 5 and putting points into the other abilities, the damage ones. Makes a lot of sense if it'll be just going up in damage, right? Yeah, it's 10 damage plus 60% per shot. And then a little bit of pull damage. Yeah. I think it makes sense to level the other abilities. Maybe not the 3, but yeah. Level 14, that's 17 minutes. Not really too farmed. 3-0 for Shinto. He's oh. See the way that Panitom positioned there to block the Nejal out as Panitom. Say it 3 times for the 3rd time. Missed all 3 chains. That's not great. That's not great. Twig was schmoovin'. You gotta give him that. He was schmoovin'. And this gets stolen, doesn't it? Yep. That was a major fuck up there from the Levi's. It's good that they didn't get flustered, you know? I think a lot of teams, well, I think they did get flustered off the drop to kill in mid, and then they fucked up the gold pool as well. Maybe some bad comms, maybe a bit of a mess there. But this is like a huge turn for the Kings. Look at that. Let's have a look at the graphs there and see that turn around. Bright eyes. Game was pretty even up until then, and then you see the 2 big dips. Pyro and Gold Fury. And then an FG pool comes in. Wrong you. Might die? Yeah. Panitom just waiting. He knows Shiba's dashed out now, so he's going to look for him. But there is a good ward here. But Shiba, he knows, but can he do anything about it? We'll see. Look at this. Really smart play by Panitom. The little half disengage there is so good. And again, just making sure that he's able to set up for his team. Connects with that one. That'll do. One'll do. We won't worry about the ults too much. He only hits the hard ones, I think. But yeah. Really nice little backstep in that fight. Like, the engage onto Shiba, bait the relics, bait the ults, you know, step away from all, like, the abilities being dropped on themselves, step away during the Shiba Lankale, all that good stuff. I don't know if Shiba Lankale kind of been used there because it's up. But, yeah. That was just a very tidy play. Zapman stepping up. Doesn't have the beads or anything. And for some reason, Big Man ulted there, which was a strange one. Guess they're trying to force beads or punish or something. FG pull. We'll go 3rd person for this. Have a little look. Twig is here. Oh, Panitom gets knocked out by FG. Kicked from his team. Sorry, that's a long-running Twitch joke. But if you get knocked up by FG, you actually get kicked from the team for the next game. Shouldn't be getting knocked up by FG. But it was a very weird objective. I actually kind of want to rewatch that. That was so strange. Sorry, I know I'm doing this a lot here. We'll watch from here. Alright, let's watch from here. I want to watch from, like, slightly outside the range. See what the call is here. So Zap's still on it. Panny's still on it. Shinto walks out the pit. Zap walks out the pit. They run. They try and vocal out. They don't... Oh, did they get it off? It looks like they did get it off, but... Oh. That's fun. I didn't think that happened anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, very dodgy FG call, but they get it. And then overchase by the Kings, big time. Looking for the 3 target over the wall, finds it. And we'll see how patient he plays this. So again, Panitom knows he doesn't have to overcommit. Pulls him in. Pick up the kill. I think that's a big part of being a good assassin player. Something that, like, if you watch somebody, like, adapting's the best example of it for me is, like, when I watch a stream and I'm like, man, he's so good at knowing when to be in and when to be out and when to be somewhere in between, you know, and when to shake it all about. But yeah, we call it the hokey cokey in Scotland, by the way. I know you call it the hokey pokey in North America, as far as I'm aware. I think it's all of North America. I'm sure Snoopy said it's the hokey pokey there too. Very strange. I don't know where that difference comes from. Fucking weird tangent, huh? But yeah, let's have a look at the damage numbers. We have XP needed instead. Damage numbers. Vulcan topping the charts, not too surprisingly. Shiba actually really high on the damage charts this game. Very, very high as Netrioid. On the pick that I say is fucking trash. No, I don't think Shiba Lanka is bad. I just wish he would pick... I just want to watch him play Chiron all the time, to be honest. Build pretty standard. It wasn't a Brawlers, by the way. It was a Titans, so fuck me, I guess. Ops to go without the extra anti-heal. They do have Divine, Ankh, Contagion, and that's it. That's still quite a lot. No anti-heal in the kits, unless I'm stupid. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think Brawlers and Daji is that important anyway. But it wouldn't have been a bad pickup. But it delays your percent pen. At the cap now. 10% from Hydras, 20 from Titans, and 10 from Heartseeker. Heartseeker getting buffed next patch. Should be exciting. Getting buffed tomorrow, in fact. It is currently Monday. Oh, yeah, if I want to do any more demo reviews from this week, I should probably do them tonight. Ugh. What time is it? 10 to 11? It's pretty late. I do gotta work and stuff, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do another one. You'll find out. But yeah, with these demo files, in case you... I should really do a video on these demo files just to... Because I get asked all the time where they are, how to use them. It's in the description, by the way, if you're wondering. But generally, if there's a big patch, if there's a non-bonus balance patch, you won't be able to view demos from the previous patch anymore. And I don't think, as far as I'm aware, there's nowhere to roll back your client or anything like that. There used to be, way back in the day, you used to be able to roll back your client to watch old demos, but I don't think there's a way to do that that's at least widely available. Maybe, I think I've asked the devs before about it, and just nobody replied to me. Sad. So, yeah. It would be nice to be able to roll back and watch old demos. Especially for like end of year content, you know? Like looking at games throughout the year and stuff like that, and looking at how the meta evolved. Would be interesting. I'm going to back on out here. FG about to fall off them. I didn't really pay attention there. I guess somebody got picked or something, so they didn't do anything with their FG while I was yammering on. But it wasn't Panitom. We were watching Panitom. So, you know, we didn't care about it. Boomba's Hammer online now. Ready to slam and gem. So is that max CDR plus max percent pen? Not bad, huh? 10%, 20%, and 10%. What a great stat stick Hydras is. So cozy. Oh, Panitom. Ooh, all out. Twig will just beats this, but holy. Ooh, the damage is not bad at this point in the game. Starting to catch up to Sheen Tizzler. Grabs the scepter. Do we still call him Little Jimmy? I'm not sure.
This is fun.
I feel like I've done a fair bit of fast forwarding in this demo, but
You like that?
It's interesting that Panitom's just hovering over the left hand side. There is no vision for the Kings, so they don't know. They see him now. They just saw him on the wall. Genetics maybe saw the scepter, maybe saw him, and they want to go. Nice stun. Panitom gets beads off though. should. Oh, just barely juked it. Twig ends up going down. Had no beads for that fight. Got ulted in. Opted not to ult the Daji ult and instead tried to catch her off of it. I think maybe he ulted to immune the pull. Did he? Trying to figure out what really happened there. I guess he must have ulted at the right timing to immune the pull. Looked to catch Panitom as well. That would have been a crazy Hollywood play if he landed it. But he didn't. We'll go third person again for this fight because it'll be difficult to see what's going on. They reset off this one and they chase hard and they absolutely crush the fight. Panitom looking for it. No fear. Stays on this side. Doesn't overcommit on the chase. But they go for fire rather than ending. Don't think they had an end in them there anyway. Twig back up in 8 seconds. Yeah, they definitely didn't have an end in them. They could have gone Phoenix, then fire maybe. Hard to say. But I think when you've got a comp this good and you're playing at this level, and you're confident in your late game play, which all these SPL teams should be. Some of them, well, you know, there are a couple teams, I think there's a couple teams who do struggle in the late game a little bit more than others. But yeah, you should be confident if you get FG on 5 at this stage, you should be able to close out the game. You shouldn't be in much danger. Teleport coming in from Variety, trying to get over to that Phoenix in time to defend. And it looks like pings come out on red and purple from the Valks. They're just like, from the Levi's. And Shinto, bad disengage, but Panitom onto Twig. But there it is, Shinto. Bad positioning on the walk out. A really nice punish by the Levi's there. I want to watch that again, see what should have happened. So let's watch the timing on this here. So they're walking in. I want to watch Shinto. See what happened to cause them to disengage so badly. So they split real hard on the disengage here. Should never happen. Shinto walks forward and looks for a meatball. Drops his turret. Yeah, it's just a bit of greed on Shinto's part. Look at this. The frontliners are here. And then you've got 2 carries here. Smart decision making by the Kings, but pretty bad by Mr. Shinto. Gets caught out. Doesn't have the beads either. Oh, God. Nice ult by Big Man there. Panitom. Get on out of there. Did force the Aegis out of Netrioid. But yeah, there goes your FG push. Just a little bit of greed. An interesting one as well. Like, they didn't even have to disengage, right? The disengage call is fine. They're like, we'll disengage, we'll get purple and red. You could see it getting pinged. I don't know who was pinging it. But the seemed like it was just a little bit lackadaisical there from the Levi's. They're like, oh, we've got this one in the bag. They won't fight us outside of the Phoenix. But if you disengage badly and you give them a chance to take FG off one of your carries, they're gonna do it. Nice punish by the Kings. Really nice. And they should probably get Primal Oni off this. I would expect. Panitom now has a Blood Forge as well. 6 damage items. Love to see it. Twig opts for 5 damage items and a Spirit Robe, so respectable as well. Maybe should have been a Magi's. Is Magi's, does it get procced super easily? Like Vulcan can proc it. I don't know. Can Spirit Robe really be correct there? Might be a hater. I might be a hater of this Spirit Robe pickup from Twig. And again, look at the one thing, the counter to Daji 3. I guess if you can call it a counter is, yeah, she will lose the cooldown if it gets cancelled by the person she's trying to hit with it, becoming untargetable or going out of range. And she uses it.
This is fun.
This is fun. Oh, it is. So now there's a lot of dead time here, probably 4 FGs, but oh, they take away the Scorp. No, the King's Scorp. You can't be taking the King's Scorp. They'll get angry. Well, they didn't get angry in this set. They lost 2-0. Spoilers. Push up. So they're looking for something here. Again, teams should be wise to this sort of thing. You should be dropping wards around this area in your jungle, in my opinion. Haddix has one there, a sentry. And you can see the red ward here to stop these shenanigans happening. Stop them gripping up and looking for a pick. And the Kings know that they can't walk beyond this point because they have no vision. They probably saw them cross these wards as well. Likely. And they have a red sentry here. So they have a rough idea of where Panitom and Co can be. But this is just, there's not a lot for either team to do at this point. FG's down. The Levi's are in the ascendancy. They still got FG on 4. They did still have SG on 4. It's fallen off now. So the Kings can't really look to push or anything like that. And the Levi's, like, they know their FG is not going to last much longer. They're happy with their FG fight. They've won the last couple of FG fights, so they're happy to go back to doing that. They don't want to risk the game on a push which is less than perfect. So yeah, that's why this time in the game can be a bit dead, just because they're just both teams are just waiting for FG to respawn, being like, okay, we'll do it again. Let's see if we can do it better this time. The Kings will probably spend this time talking about, like, this point here, they'll be chatting about, okay, how can we fight? How should we fight? Do we want to wait for them to pull and get it low and all in the fight from there? Do we want to try and bait them in? Wall the Cthulhu off with Terra too, maybe? But here Panitom comes around the side. Oh, huge engage. They all run out. Panitom looks like he kind of rapid fired though. It's very hard to see what's going on. We'll go third person just now, because Jesus, this fight is hectic. But it was 2 kills for the boys in blue. They get a third. Naturally, third to fall, their ex-teammate. Probably going to back and fire here if I had to guess. Maybe they'll just straight pull. Yeah, they're happy to straight pull. It is EFG, so we'll slam them a bit. They have great damage on it. Vulcan and CERN, 2 of the better FG damage gods. Shinto just murdered Variety. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Variety isn't tanky either. Look at his build. Genji's and Bulwark in it. And then 2 hybrid items as well. But apparently, he still got exploded. Is there a 3k pot for Shinto? He is glowing. He is glowing. Is that just... I can't tell. Maybe he doesn't have one. I think he probably doesn't have one. But he could. Oh, engage from Panitom, Panitom, Panitom. Shinto follows up. And that is the mid Phoenix and a kill onto Genetics. Oh, good ult by Big Man. That is unlucky. That was a good try. Blink in from Twig. Who's he got up? He has been Vulcan on landing. Oh, it was Zatman he had though. Important target to kill. Whenever you're trying to defend against Phoenix Sieges, the most important, and whenever you're defending against fire in general, the hunter should be your target, because it's very difficult for the other team to siege and take down towers. See how many hits that took and how much time they had to spend on that Phoenix. They're still able to get it. EFG does a lot of the work for you.
Did you say faster?
Panitom getting on out of there. Would like to take this red, but yeah, realistically this time in the game, not worth throwing it for a red. Have a look at the player damage numbers again. Yeah, Big Man Ting's up towards the top. He did get a good ult there. Really good ult. He must be pumping numbers in these fights. Big Man always seems to be there or thereabouts though, right? Very rare to see him not. Was that a 3k pot? Can I just not tell anymore? I used to be able to tell from the glow, but maybe I'm a noob. Maybe he just doesn't have one. What are you buying? 500 pot? I could probably figure it out from the net worth, I suppose, but where's the fun in that? Who knows how many wards? Well, we could tell how many wards did they buy? Could we check that? Is it this one? We could check net worth. Vulcan is topping. Where are the wards? Are they here? Are they here? I can't find them. I probably went over them at some point. Stats? Gosh darn it. 5k healing. 5k healing. 5.8k healing. What am I talking about? This game needs to end so that I can stop talking. Huh? Or something needs to happen. Again, we're in that awkward phase of the game. This time at least there's 2 Phoenixes down. So what's going to happen here is the Levi's are going to try and wait. Right now they'll have told Panitom we can see all 5, I guess. So he's comfortable pushing. Left, fire waves pushing in. Panitom's just positioning to get in the nuke here. Variety not covering it. Twig should have seen this, but still. Oh! He so nearly killed Netrioid. That was sick. Good try. But it gives his team enough space. Realistically, it's very, very difficult to defend at this stage against all these fire waves and a full team of 5 players. Panitom gets a really nice flank in through the nuke. Different people call it, I think most people just call it the nuke, right? In North America and in Europe, at least. Gets called the nuke. And by it, I mean this area between the doors and the tower and the phoenixes on both sides. They're called nukes. Oops, like Tom Nook. Oh God. Okay, that's fun. I love that hotkeys in the game bring up menus. Don't worry about it. FG, pushing onto the Titan. There it is. Panitom's got damage. Shinto's got damage. And Leviathan's got game 1. 6-2 and 15 for the Leviathan's jungler, showing exactly why Daji has been something crazy like 88% ban through this phase. I feel like it's something like that. It has been banned a lot. I think Layers maybe got it once or twice and lost with it. And other than that, I don't think we've seen it. But yeah, Daji, very, very good. Some nice play overall. There was a couple really nice plays there as well, with the 3 trying to block Twig in and stop him being able to ult out of the Vulcan ult. Panitom doubtless ready to beads if he gets Neja ulted, and then the Vulcan ult will connect. We'll get a little squelch in there. A little squelch. Yeah, let's have a look. Anything interesting ward-wise? Only 8 from Variety and Twig. Pretty low on the ward counts. Maybe just because they were struggling to get their builds online. Twig will have been for sure. And difficult to get your wards placed down as well. And they probably also both went Health Chalice, which might be a reason why you might see lower ward counts on teams like the Kings and the Warriors. Genetics, I'm sure, had a ward Chalice in that game, so he's going to be right up there. But yeah, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Always good to watch a really good game like that. I definitely enjoyed that demo. That was Panitom just playing lights out. I love those flicked ults. And showing how quickly you can burst people down as Panitom, and how to, as Daji rather, and how to kind of like go in, out, and shake it all about in team fights effectively. How damaging is Vulcan in the end. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.